Let me begin here. In the beginning, there was Paw 600, and that's what it was out here. Just a field theory of chasing the rabbit. Specifically you, Marine. Just come out here and have a good time with me. We've got the river right here. We could just start.
What geolocate?
We can just start this real easy with you, the crew,
Town.
everything right here. Hold up. We're going to get into that. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I've been in that post office before. You understand this. Yes, the grocery store, all the gas stations, most of them behind the counter, actually. I've worked here. I've mined the marshmallows out of this place. I get it. We'll just stop and wait and cock and lock here, ready to rock, and just let her pull through on some pages that I'm generally going to get to about what the general net median income around here is. If you put all the guys in A and B piles, that spooky ass monster statue that some kid decided to poke up here with that pothole and everything else in here. Not bad right now. You're not arguing 42 stick, right? But we can actually have a land public works crew come in here if they were Marines like that. That's not exactly what you're going to be able to pull off with the Mason's Lodge inside here. Pause. To this residential area right here. Now, again, you wait, you hold your ass, Airbnb and Zillow. We'll talk about some of those other hunting stands here in a minute as far as what you'll need to do down the road on that map for the fire station audit or any kind of road crew equipment, real dozer, skid steer breakdowns about what service rotations you have inside of there. Generally, that's a property line. I'm not going to be able to do much with it. This is born identity as far as natural law. I lived there for 7 years paying tax, or at least that house has been painted blue for that long. I mean, damn. And that's how I would set up that average. Eventually, it's a little bit of Prometheus labs down here over at Site 13, trying to keep track of Dalport being an 0513. In an 0513, getting some Marine Corps down in there, my local system. Well, they're not supposed to be in the office. You know, you get this older kid about what it is and how they're actually kicking about what the 1AB 666 case might be to the bottom of the Titanic under those pressures. It'll dissolve. You're so calcium deficient down there. You know, that it is what it is. This is what I think is one of my favorite things ever. Trying to get his ass in here about, well, if I needed Ben with him to do some of that, there are reasons about you don't got much time on the click. This is your fight. This is that one. Jump around, get up, and get down. Gunny over here about that being a pink flamingo right there, boys. I see it, and you're eating it, and they're paying for it. I'm getting to something here. You know, these Starbucks cases are what they are. I'm not talking about necessarily the franchise. This doesn't necessarily have its franchise. It's a mom and pop shop. But they're still going to have to correlate that down the road about what that average price is on Rip Dep 7Q over there about the Ferengi's rules of order over here when there can only be one of them in that office. So how do you play out 47 Ronins? Model of what you got to do. I'd imagine a weighted score to how the Scroll Keeper's been getting out there about how those books work. You know, their case coming in town for benevolence under a blue or red model is going to get us into a different subset of what that would actually look like again in that first book. Here are some of the people that are in there, and I've met some of them. I've had the opportunity to orient that some of them, and isn't that fun, you know, that you can actually set that up. Maybe the Sovereign newspaper of town with the Sovereign banks over here about what they do for maybe not our area directly, but again, some of the things I know, you know, if you're not going to be able to get into those public works Marine or what they're doing to the Shave and Drink Coffee program, then what am I? Short of being out here in the woods with some of the issues on that thing right there, which is over here, and any kind of generally good paying job that's going to be inside of there, short of what's going to bang you around over at Wagner's down there, man job in a board factory, tallywhacking. This right here is Valero's bottle recycling plant, and I think they used to sell beer and ice and some other things. You got a restaurant right here that used to be a used dealership, but I'm glad they can make it make sense in town to the walk. I love that run. what do you got up here? Some more residentials. If I have to take you back to that map, let's zoom it in a little closer to what part of the area we are. Here we're moving in. Again, getting to to orientate yourself the corrected way, but a different form for a different meeting every Tuesday or Wednesday, or every other one. Somebody's job inside there as far as trustee getting paid for the HTLM webpage as far as how the motions are put in with, cozy cops up there, that Airbnb or Zillow or whatever it is, and any other things in the planning board or models. I mean, I'd happily set together a crew for you for public works, but I wouldn't be able to exactly guarantee what would be coming in there, short of looking awesome with a town hoodie on and just performing a constant clock, trying to service your own books about contract and treehouse experts over there. And maybe I need a gunny on border patrol. To be honest with you, my southern border with me sitting out here is pretty soft, isn't it? I mean, I'd be real careful about it, seeing what you need these people to do as far as you're explaining to them realistically, not especially when they're in my flavor, a green dragon and Valentine rabbit bouncing around.